Hello everyone, my name is Luca, and today I want to share something that has been a big source of inspiration and joy in my life. Movies. For me, movies are more than just a way to pass time. They're a window into other worlds, a source of motivation, and sometimes even a reminder of the beauty and adventure that exist all around us. As a tour guide specializing in adventure tourism, I spend most of my time outdoors, exploring Slovenia's incredible landscapes and sharing them with visitors from all over the world. My life is already full of adventure, but movies have a way of sparking my imagination and pushing me to think even bigger. They remind me that no matter how much I've seen or done, there's always something new to discover, whether it's a remote mountain peak, a hidden trail, or even a different perspective on life. Some of my favorite movies are the ones that capture the spirit of adventure and the raw beauty of nature. For example, I'll never forget the first time I watched Free Solo. It's a documentary about Alex Honnold, a climber who scales El Capitan in Yosemite National Park without any ropes or safety equipment. As someone who loves rock climbing, I was completely blown away by the courage, skill, and focus it takes to accomplish something like that. But what I found even more inspiring was the mental aspect of it. Climbing is as much about overcoming fear as it is about physical strength, and that's something I can relate to deeply. Every time I watch a film like Free Solo or The Dawn Wall, it reignites my passion for climbing and reminds me why I fell in love with the sport in the first place. Beyond climbing, I also enjoy movies that showcase the beauty of landscapes and the thrill of exploration. One film that really stands out to me is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's about an ordinary man who embarks on an extraordinary journey across the world, from Iceland to the Himalayas. The cinematography in that movie is absolutely stunning, and it captures the sense of freedom and wonder that comes with being in the great outdoors. Watching it made me think about how lucky I am to live in a place like Slovenia, where I'm surrounded by mountains, lakes, and forests that are just as breathtaking as the ones in the movie. It also reminded me of the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone and saying yes to new experiences, something I try to encourage in the travelers I guide. In winter, when I'm not climbing or mountain biking, I spend a lot of time skiing. For me, there's nothing quite like the feeling of gliding down a snowy slope, with the crisp mountain air in your lungs and the world spread out below you. That's why I love watching skiing and snowboarding movies like The Art of Flight or Steep. These films don't just show the technical side of skiing, they capture the pure joy and adrenaline that come with being in the mountains. They remind me of why I fell in love with winter sports in the first place, and they inspire me to keep improving and pushing my limits. But movies aren't just about adventure for me. They're also a way to connect with people and cultures from around the world. As a tour guide, I meet travelers from so many different backgrounds, and movies are often a great way to start conversations. For example, when I talk to visitors about Slovenia, I sometimes recommend films like No Man's Land or The Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, which was partially filmed at Lake Bled. It's amazing how movies can spark curiosity and help people see a place in a new light. At the same time, movies have also helped me discover places and cultures that I've never been to. For example, films like Into the Wild or 7 Years in Tibet have introduced me to remote, untouched landscapes and the fascinating stories of the people who live there. As someone who loves maps and travel photography, I have my living room walls covered with them. These kinds of movies fuel my imagination and make me dream of new adventures. One thing I've learned from watching adventure films is that the journey is often more important than the destination. Whether it's climbing a mountain, biking through a forest, or skiing down a slope, the challenges and experiences along the way are what make the journey meaningful. This is something I try to share with the people I guide. When I take visitors to places like Triglav National Park or the Julian Alps, I encourage them to slow down, take in the scenery, and appreciate the little moments, like the sound of a rushing river or the way the sunlight hits the peaks at sunset. Movies like Wild or The Way capture this idea beautifully. And they remind us that adventure is as much about self-discovery as it is about the physical journey. Of course, not every movie I watch is about adventure or nature. Sometimes, I just want to relax and enjoy a good story. I particularly enjoy films that combine humor with a sense of exploration, like Up or The Grand Budapest Hotel. These movies remind me that even the smallest adventures, like exploring a new town or meeting someone new, can be just as meaningful as climbing a mountain. I also think movies have a unique way of teaching us about courage and resilience. One of the reasons I love climbing is because it forces me to face my fears and push through challenges, and I see the same themes in many of the films I watch. Whether it's a character overcoming physical obstacles or finding the strength to keep going after a setback, these stories remind us that we're capable of more than we think. Finally, I want to say that movies have a way of bringing people together. Whether it's watching a film with friends, discussing it with travelers, or even just sharing recommendations, movies create connections. They remind us that no matter where we come from or what we do, we all share the same desire for adventure, inspiration, and connection. So, to wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a thought. Movies, like adventures, have the power to change the way we see the world. They inspire us to dream bigger, push ourselves further, and appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. Whether it's through breathtaking landscapes, thrilling stories, or simple moments of connection, movies remind us that life itself is the greatest adventure of all. Thank you for listening, and if you have any favorite adventure or nature-themed films, I'd love to hear about them. Who knows, maybe they'll inspire my next journey, or yours.